Hey bro,
Hello, man. Welcome. I just took a
what?
trip.
Huh? Buy
Just took a trip. Yeah, this buy here.
15 minute lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
15 impulse buy. The exact same trip that we took during London session.
Oh,
Exact same.
I I was waiting for the 30 minutes to close.
Ah,
Oh,
we
and
have
not.
another 6 minutes to go.
Yeah. Ini Ranjan tak masuk eh?
Ranjan, he said ada masalah sikit. He will be in maybe tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, alright. Navin?
Navin will be in a while. I think so.
Alright.
Let's wait and see. So maybe you can run the analysis.
Boleh.
Yeah? Because I'll be recording this session here.
Alright.
Let's see. Share your screen.
Oh,
World is flying. Crazy.
mm,
Right. Ooh, white color. Blue and
yeah.
white. Nice,
Boleh
nice.
nampak eh?
Boleh. Very clear.
Alright. Okay. So, yesterday's candle closed as a bullish.
Yep.
I would say that this is the resistance it closed above. Then now, I would say to this bias is bullish lah, still
Yeah.
bullish. Haven't broke yesterday's lows yet.
It's-
So let's see how it goes. Right. Get there. Okay. 4 hour. Okay, perfect. 30 minutes. Hmm.
I think 15 is much more cleaner.
I see my lines I plot on the 15 is this.
Yes. So
So if it breaks above and close.
topic the 15
Oh
minute.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I'm gonna.
So if it break in close 30 minutes, the impulse buy, yeah, I can take. But then I was waiting actually for 30 minutes to close, wick down, and then wick up to fill this area to the above lah, playing candles stay
So
up.
you're going with the proper entry lah.
Yeah.
Proper one, ah.
Boleh.
So this will be that is my range.
Range check from the top of the wick, bro. Current candle stop towards me. Yeah, it's 30. How much is that? 30 plus.
38, I think.
Good
Yeah.
enough.
Yep. Let's say if it goes below the range of it, we got 74. Let's see how this candle closes.
Yep.
Still got 1 minute lagi, 2 minit.
Right, so yeah, I think that is it for the analysis. Like very straightforward.
Hmm.
And now we are just waiting for a candle to close above. Next candle create a bottom wick, break highs, potential pushback to the upside. And that will also be a new Hover 4 candle, so quite strong confirmation.
Looking at hour
The
4,
candle is still bearish.
yeah, it's
That's
bearish.
okay.
Even though daily is bullish, but hour 4 looks bearish. Maybe the candle will wake up, try to fill this wick at the
Yep.
bottom.
Yep. That's a potential move as well.
Yeah, 1 hour is bullish. I mean, let's see how this candle closes lah.
Yeah.
Bullish. I
So
wouldn't
this
say
is a
bullish.
that will confirm our bias lah.
Yeah, unless if it breaks above this, then I think maybe it's a bullish lah. But I think
Yep.
it's bearish now.
There will also be a level 4 structure flip as well.
Higher high, high low, lower high, lower low.
A few seconds left, 30 seconds to go. Let's see how far can we go. But then the range is there for us to fill in the left hand side. Quite a big
Yeah.
range. 34 pips range. Good enough. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, we got a closure. Let's see what can we do here. 18 pip stop. If we break now, depends. And if we break our own wick, our own high, the current resistance,
Uh-huh.
it's exactly a 10 pip range for us to fill in and then potentially push back higher. Yep, we are pushing back up. Nice. See if we can break the high, and that will be a buy.
Yeah.
But is anyone taking a trade here?
Yeah, I entered 0.3.
Oh,
As it breaks this high, I enter another.
you took the early trade, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you call
You
this?
have almost
Dynamic.
10 pips.
Almost 10 pips, yeah.
I took same one as well. I took earlier, previous one,
Oh,
instead of holding the trade.
better to go
I
with
think
dynamic. Static.
So 9 is the mind dynamic lah then.
my
Yeah,
dynamic.
static. SL, I came close lah. I can manage, but then you manage also, let's say 2%, kalau you manage to close 1.5 lah.
Yeah, yeah. 15. See if you can break. But then the range is very nice, very beautiful range. 30 pip
Mm.
at least a 30 pip move. We broke the high, yes. We broke the high. Let's go. Push, 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 push. Entry is running at 16 pips from my entry point.
Ah. Oh, you took the impulse.
And I took my entry is somewhere around, let me see. 232684. 232684. Somewhere at the below of the bottom wick.
Come on, give me 10 pips.
Yep. Oh, I'm running at 20 pips now. Close to that. I think I want to secure half here. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Secure half. I've secured half at this somewhere. Let me see. Let me check. 2328. Yes. Yeah. So we break the high. Still in profits, bro. Holding still.
Yeah, still holding. My
Okay.
price came into my first entry.
Yeah. Let's see. Only problem is the hour four. Hour four is quite
Hmm.
tough.
Why did you get my stop loss at previous 15 minutes?
Yeah, my stop is there. So
Previous 15 minutes,
yeah, because Asian, sorry, New York,
yeah.
then come down and then go back up. But I already secured half here, so balance is running.
Hmm. I don't like how the candles are printing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go. Let me
Can I
check.
share my screen for a while?
Yeah, bro. Can you?
Hmm. Nampak screen? Boleh.
Nampak nampak.
Alright.
Nampak?
So this is my entry point here.
Hmm.
Entry point. So stop is at the previous lower. This candle is around 17 pips. But for the first two positions that I took, I went with dynamic
Hmm.
split four. So two running,
Oh,
I close
oh,
50% at 10 pips, and the balance two is running here.
hmm.
So I went with four lots here.
Sharp, sharp. Come on. Break on high.
And if we re-break the high, that'll be good as well.
Hmm.
Share the entry. This is my random thing. I don't have a TP, so I just I'm hoping for price to tap this high here. Then I'll just close for that will be at, let's see, how many pips is that? 24 pips. By the way, my 7K account is sitting at 10.8K now. My
Damn.
3K account.
Flipping saja.
For big saja. 10 pip tutup lah.
Come on. Go
The
up.
one loss that we got today is I used the 3K account, $68 loss. Then I gave my trade a second chance. I recovered back.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need multiple entries ada.
Two multiple entries, very nice ones. All one lot saja.
Morning punya rugi ah. I should have taken the 11
Yeah,
o'clock.
the style. Yeah, that was a perfect one. Beautiful style, that one. And yesterday we were talking about that same setup.
Hmm.
Yesterday night. Oh, this looks bad. This looks very bad.
Yeah.
Uh, then again, that this is New York session. Anything can happen.
Or later 9:30 at the news.
Yeah, 9:30 at the news. So by the time it's 9:30, I hope we can go break even.
Hmm.
But I think your first entry is already at 10 pips, bro.
First entry. Yeah, exactly 10 pips.
You're already close, huh?
No, bro, I didn't close. I held it.
Oh, sheesh, have to close, bro.
I thought maybe from the next the 30-minute break, 10 pips.
Yeah.
Ada ni.
Kaleo.
Nak
the,
mau-mau news bang. Nanti kena bu.
because the first entry is our
Maybe.
savior lah, basically.
Oh. So you see the first entry 10 pips you close lah.
Yeah, 10 pips. Like if I'm looking for 10 pips, then I just like close both. First entry 10
Oh.
pips. So for the day you don't lose 1%. Because you're up around 0.3% here.
Uh-huh.
Even if you lose the balance trade, then you're still up 0.3%.
Oh, I don't like the
It,
5 minute.
depends, like if it's a very, very clean range, then I will just hold. But like here we already tapped and we are already rejecting, so I closed 50% earlier, I told you. So that was
Yeah.
my dynamic entry, 2 positions. And I closed at almost 20 pips the dynamic entry, so close to 2% each trade.
Hmm.
We'll just see what we can do here. We have another 20 minutes, 4 minutes to closure. And if you close back bearish, the 15 close back like this, then that's trouble coming in. Because this guy will be bearish. Next candle will just drop down straight away. And this was a nice sell as well. This one here, 3 o'clock, the break of this support here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly at 3 o'clock. But then at 3 o'clock, when we were there, the price was just floating, trying to push up. After that, it
Yeah.
broke previous low. That was a nice pushback to the downside. Small stop loss as well. 12 pip stop. Missed the trail. Could have taken the weak fill here towards the left hand side. 18 pip and then drop to those 40 pips. It's a nice push. And 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock is there's another one trade here. Impulse sell 5:30, and this is a closure 5:30. This was 5:30, 5:45. So many nice trades, but miss a lot. Okay, baru hari kedua in the month. Baru hari kedua, santai. But for this account, I'm already up 5% for the month.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday and today, I'm up 5%.
On man. Kalau dapat break even, I think better close all.
Yeah, to be safe. Unless if we are able to break our own high, then that will be good for us to continue back higher. Let's look at the 5 minute high low. Yeah, 5 minute looks good, but we need this high to be taken out. This resistance here to be taken out for us to even think about holding the trade. If you're able to clear this zone, then it's a nice range back towards the upside till this resistance here. 20 pips to that. But overall, still up, Navin and it's still up, Ken, from last month.
Yeah.
Right.
What's that, bro?
Still up for the month? Last month?
I don't think so. I'm down, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because I tak masuk, I tak ambil. The big trades, so I tak ambil.
Yeah, that's why. But Navin took most of the trades that I took. Navin is still.
Angkat saja.
Navin another 3% to go for him to pass.
Oh, nice.
So that's one. But that guy is very, very precise when it's 10 pips lah. Ngam 10 pips, he terus tutup. Tak ada
So,
tunggu.
yeah, must be that lah. That's good.
Yeah, very disciplined.
I'm getting negative $4, $3.
10 pip cukup lah.
Nice to go up, but
Yeah, if you get a nice push here, that will be very good. 58 seconds to 5 close. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Looks nice, man. To watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
terbang oh.
Okay. If you break the set, that'll be good, lah. Yeah, the candle is also closing in the next few seconds.
Be careful lah
Yes,
dalam
I
satu
close. I did all 0.5% up,
0.5%.
but
Nice,
I
nice.
know it will go up. I know it will go up.
Hmm.
It will
30
be high.
seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. So you can either close full now or
I
maybe
already.
close 80%. Oh, you
I
close full
close.
already.
Full. I close full, bro. I don't take a risk.
Profit 0.5%.
nice one.
5%. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh, full just drop.
I don't like how the candle is printing.
Yeah, that's the thing. But okay, lah, as long as you got profits.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have another 9
Yeah.
seconds to go. 5
15 minutes.
close. 15 will be closing as well, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
And if the 15 opens up without a bottom wick here, so it'll just fly up. But it looks like we have a top. We don't have a
Because
top.
to the left, I noticed there's a resistance over there. Maybe it's reacting over the resistance, lah.
This one, eh?
Both skip, bro. The one. Ah, there, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, this one here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Atas lagi. Itu big bullish.
Big bullish.
Lagi kanan sikit. Yeah, the bawah. Exactly at the wicks rejection of the wicks towards the left. The top. Wait,
Oh,
let
this
me
one.
place, Tak.
This one.
2328.7.
2328.7. Let's see.
Right, kanan. Just on your right a bit.
This one. This one.
There.
This
Yes.
zone lah. This zone here.
The resistance lah.
Yep, yep, yep.
So I saw that. I got a bad feeling about that.
But as for me, when I look at this, let's go to the hour one. Okay, well, so this is a very, very strong bullish candle here.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say even if we come back
Up.
down, we
Mm.
might flip back bullish later on. Maybe not
Mm.
now, maybe later on, but you know it's a very strong rejection from this previous support level,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a liquidity grab area as well. Look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taps. Then we just fly up.
But I think need to masuk dynamic risk. Static cannot lah.
Yeah, but with New York, memang dynamic. New York static is very, very difficult.
Yeah. See, I got 0.5 because of my static. If dynamic,
Yeah.
I think I would have dapat kosong.
It's a good thing that we use dynamic. It's a very good thing.
Yeah.
See.
But shit, I missed out just now lah. 3:30, I think. 3:30 or 11 o'clock and 3:30 punya. Damn,
Yeah,
that was
3:30 was very nice. 3:30, the closure.
that was that's
15
nice.
minutes.
See lah.
Yeah,
Apa
this
bro?
one. 15 minutes, 3:30 closure. This candle. This one. Buy here and then the sell here. Dua-dua cantik.
Oh, bukan there bro. Wait, what time is it? 12 o'clock here. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 13, 14, 15, 16. 5 o'clock lah. At 5 o'clock.
6.
That's
This one, yeah.
yes. That one.
Yeah. This is a very nice one. So,
Yeah, that one. Oh, that's not
support and then break below. So.
yeah.
That's a very nice one. So, yeah. I didn't see this.
I took a short nap and then I woke up. I saw the price just broke down.
Sakit hati, yeah.
Damn.
But what to do? But after this trade is done, I want to recap on impulse entries again, so that you won't hesitate in the future.
So the dynamic entry, the first entry that you enter, 10 pips to top lah, that one. You don't
Right. So
to break,
how I manage my dynamic entry is, example, we have this zone here. I was showing this to Naveen yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Example, we have a previous near resistance to the left hand side.
Yeah.
Right. And price is struggling to break this zone.
Okay.
Right. We are rejecting, pushing up and down. I will just close the dynamic, and if the the next entry, the second entry is able to re-break the highs, I will
Yeah.
hold the trade. If not, I will just close full.
Oh,
Right?
okay, okay,
By
okay.
10 pips, I mean this range. Like usually this range will be 10 pips.
Uh,
The first candles to your left hand side. But in the scenario of a candle that is very long like this, doesn't have a range. In this case here, I
mm,
will just hold up to 10, 15 pips and then close 50% and let the
mm,
balance run. By 50%, I mean the second entry or the second entry. By the time the
mm,
price goes to 15 pips, the second entry already dapat 10 pips. Right?
mm.
And the first entry, you will go break even. You just
Okay.
go break even, but break even exactly at entry point, not one pip
Uh-huh.
above, 2 pips above, exactly at entry point, because you have already
Mm,
made 1% here. If you risk maybe 2%, you have already made 1% here. And
mm,
straight here, even if you lose, doesn't matter. You already got your profit here. This is just a bonus.
mm.
So
Okay,
that's your savior, lah,
I see.
right?
Okay, can you learn this?
But
Then,
I'll explain that in depth later on. I just want to see what will happen here. See what
if
happens
you
because
break
I'm
this
confused.
50-minute high, you'll definitely be going high above.
If you break this resistance, it's very, very good. 5 minute resistance.
But I got no confidence with the candle printing this way.
Yeah,
I want to see clean candles, higher high, high,
y-
higher high.
yeah,
Not with, big
proper ones.
small body. Even in the 50-minute, I see this. It's 50-50 lah, uncertain lah.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close another 50% here. See, yeah, I'm up around for today 6.6%. Let's go. So I have another balance one lot running the balance
Hmm.
from the dynamic entry. Gone break even. I think that run. See if we can tap higher. So dynamic entry memang powerful. If you have a big account, memang cantik. Example, if you have you are
Hmm.
running a 5 lot, you split to 2.5, 2.5, or even 1 to 5 entries. That'll be very
Hmm.
because it's a one lot running. The one lot goes to 100 pips. That's $1,000 in profit.
$1,000.
And
Yeah.
you can gain another 1-2% extra on top of your profits. Right? Right. So I think we can go in depth into the dynamic entry here.
Boleh.
Because I see even Zach was a bit confused with that, but Uncle is fine with that. Uncle got the hang
Oh,
of it.
I'm still stuck a bit lah. I know how to
Yeah,
enter, but TP sometimes I hold.
mm. A bit confusing lah.
Yeah, because I never practice all the way static. Dynamic is still a bit new lah.
Right. So we will go with type A entry first, and then we'll go on with the other
Alright.
entries. Right. So example, this is our resistance here.
Uh-huh.
And we got a resistance, a candle closing above resistance. That is a body closure. So this is our confirmation candle that we have a closure above
Mm-hmm.
resistance. But this needs to be very important. Price must be in the exact same direction that the candle is moving. So example, if we are in an uptrend, we are looking for buys, then you can look for dynamic entries.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going with counter trend, I would say not to use that. Lah. Very, very dangerous because a fake out might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So imagine you the price is going down, and then you want to take
Mm-hmm.
a buy, tiba-tiba harga jatuh balik macam ni.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are
Pick
going in
up.
the opposite of the trend, right? It won't
Mm.
even give a top week. It will just drop down straight away.
Mm.
The case of a counter trend trade. But then in an example, you're looking for buys, buying at support in a high low situation. So
Mm.
this is the plan, lah. This is the game plan. So high low. This is where we are entering now. The support, right? The support or even the break of the resistance. This is very important.
Mm.
It's to follow the trend, right? So that is clear.
Yep.
All right. So your impulse entry, it will come as we are retesting, as we are creating a new support, the next candle, second candle, right? So as
Mm-hmm.
we are down, you will take a maybe half the risk. Example, half the risk here. This is
Okay.
50% entry, first entry, right? You took a buy dekat sini, 50% risk. Stop loss will be at the low of this candle. This is your stop loss.
Yes, can you? All right.
Right? This is in the 30-minute lah.
All right.
If it's in the 15, then it will be in the 15-minute low, previous low, right?
Mm,
So this is your previous low. So that is your support. The reason is because here we don't have a support. So this
mm-hmm.
is not support. Price shouldn't break this low in order
Mm.
for us to continue back higher. If you break this low, we
Higher.
are good, right?
Yeah.
We are shifting direction. So if we respect this low, then 90% chance that we will be going back to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why we go with an impulse entry and a dynamic entry, and our stop will be at the previous candle's low. So this is your 50% of your 1%. So example would be 0.50 lot,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
right? And
Yep.
as we move up and break this
Uh-huh.
you can add onto your position.
Okay.
This is where you add onto your position, and stop loss comes here.
Oh, when it breaks direct to BE lah, the first
Yes,
entry.
and it comes
Okay.
at the low of this candle. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense, huh? Understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the reason why we put this here is because now we have created a new support. Price shouldn't break this support and push lower,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because this is our new low now. If we break this low, we'll go back to this low and then so on lah. Lower and
Yeah.
lower, 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 high. But if you respect this low, where's the next potential move is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right?
True.
So now we have price moving, right? Price moving. So for your second entry, you can either set a TP 10 pips straight away.
Okay.
Example, for your second entry, 10 pips, done. Right? You are done. You have secured, you are done.
Okay.
An example, if you have a clean candle to the left hand side, very long candle, clean range, 30, 40, 50 pips. Right? This is where you prolong this trade.
Oh, the first entry lah.
First entry goes up all the way to 50, 60 pips. You close, you get 1.5% or even 2% in profits because you have already secured 0.5% here at 10 pips. And now the
Mm-hmm.
balance is running at 20 pips. So now you have another 1% here.
Mm.
The 10 pips here, another 10 pips here. Now you have 20 pips. That is equal to 1% if you use 0.5%.
Mm.
So now in total, you have 1.5% in profits because secured here, and now you're running another 1% here.
Mm.
But imagine if you have a clean range, the top of the candle maybe is around, where's the line? Maybe the resistance is here. So now this trade, it goes to 40 pips. And
Mm.
even if it goes to drawdown, you will never get
Uh-huh.
stopped because the stop is at the low, the bottom wick.
Mm.
So what might happen is next candle will come all the way to the low, leave behind it. I think we've seen this multiple times. The next candle coming down, tap this resistance. That is why we close our first entry, so that we don't get stopped out with the first entry.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
resistance, reject, leave behind a long bottom wick, and then we push back higher. So now your first trade is still running.
Mm.
So on top of the 1%, right? On top of the 1%, now you have 2.5% in profit. If you
Mm.
let the first trade running back to the highs. Lah.
Mm. Okay.
Understand?
Okay. Understand. That means the first entry I don't close at all lah. The second one only I close at 10
Yes.
bit.
But in the scenario, example is, let me just draw it out.
This is only for clean candles.
Yes,
I mean
clean range.
clean candles.
Example,
Yeah.
if you have ngam 10 pips lah, the range, ngam 10
Yeah.
pips, macam ni. Even though you have 10 pips dekat sini,
Mm-hmm.
this trade is already up 1% because 20 pips in profit.
Mm, yeah. Betul.
Right?
Yes.
So by the time you hit your 10 pips for the second entry,
Uh-huh.
in total you are up 1.5%.
5%. Yeah.
So actually you only made 10 pips, but then because you use dynamic risk, you are up
Yeah.
1.5%.
I usually I will close like this lah. I
Hmm.
will close,
So
let
that
me
is very good
say
already.
10%, but I don't hold lah. That's the thing.
You
This
just
type
look
of
to the
thing.
candle to the left hand side. If you have a clean candle, a
Mm.
long body, a very very long body, then you
The,
can put your
the,
confidence and
yeah,
hold your trade. But
yeah.
if you have a wick to the left hand side and so on, then it will be quite difficult. Perfect example is this here. Right, look at that. We have a wick there. That is why we are struggling to break above. But imagine if the trade was above here. This is a clean
Mm-hmm.
range, a clean candle, almost 30
Mm,
pips.
yep.
See how many pips is that? Oh, almost 12 pips. So I would
Okay.
happily hold this trade up till this resistance if we broke above this high. Lah. But this is
Uh,
in a few minutes. Let me go to the, yeah, this one. This will be better. 20 pips range. Once we clear this resistance, we have a clean 20 pip range.
mm,
Right? So it makes sense for us to hold the trade. If you are
mm.
closing above and so on. I think news is already here. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be in. Oh my god.
Let me go break even now so that I don't get to draw down. Right. I forgot to put my stop loss tag. Right. Give me a second. Luckily, fuck, letak hidup. But the last entry is still running at 6 pips. Yeah,
Mm,
6. Okay lah. If we flip back now, breaking our own high, that will be very good, man.
yep.
Trade
Yep.
will fly up because news is coming in as well. So that's the benefits of dynamic entry as well. Like, when news is coming in, you can still hold the
Mm,
trade because even if you lose nothing. You're already secured.
mm,
So that is the scenario one and scenario two for dynamic entry using 0.5% and watching your range to the left hand side. So this will
mm.
be for plan A entry. And now we'll go into plan B. Plan B is, let me double check the PDF.
All right.
Sorry, type B, type B. Type B, if I'm not mistaken, it's Morningstar, Evening Star. Right, so where you can use a dynamic entry during morning star and an evening star entry is, this is very very important. Pay close attention. We need a previous price rejection. That means it needs to be exactly at previous price, where price has been before, and also
Mm,
is liquidity grab area.
mm,
Faham?
um,
Kejap jaga Leo kejap. Alright, so what I mean by that is, this is our example. We have multiple bottom wicks here. Price left the area and now we are coming back to the downside, creating a perfect morning star pattern.
mm,
So let me look for an example. Yeah, exactly like this here. Perfect
mm,
morning star entry, right? So your dynamic entry will be coming in here. So now you have two candles closing as support. That is your first confirmation at previous low, right? Previous low.
mm,
That's your first confirmation that we have rejected. And look at the
mm,
overall time frame, I mean trend. Yeah, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and so on.
mm,
Right. So we are with the direction. We came back to the previous low and we have created a new support. So what do we look for when we at support? We look for buys. Very clear. Right. And as we get a candle closing as a bullish, this is your confirmation candle here. Right.
Please, yeah.
This is your bearish candle creating support. And this is your confirmation candle that we are respecting the support.
Mm,
So what you can do is, as the candle is coming down to create a bottom wick, enter a buy somewhere around here. Stop loss will be at the previous candle low. Exactly the same exact concept.
mm, mm.
Stop loss will
Okay.
be at the previous low, right? And
Mm,
as we push up, the same concept. As we push up, break the high, you can go ahead with the second
mm,
impulse, second entry, the balance percentage. And as we break that high, stop loss can go at the candle low, or
okay, well,
even straight away because this range is quite big. Here the range is quite big. You're already up. Yeah, by the time you break the high, you're already up 1% here, right?
Yeah, even
Right?
half of the fish we are up
Yeah,
1%, correct?
1% already. So the next candle breaking another 1% here. So
Damn,
this
this is
candle move
powerful.
50%. Yep. So you see what I mean by dynamic
Yeah.
entry? It's very very powerful. So the first entry you're already at 1% here.
Mm,
Second entry, we moved around and look at the candle to the left hand side. Clean candle. You can hold the trade. 23 pips here. So you have another 2% guys.
mm,
Sorry, another 1%. So in total, you are up 2%. But if this trade you are prolonging it, 3% in profits.
mm,
And imagine if you hold it to the previous resistance. So this trade is already up 1%, right? So you got your 1%, you close your second entry. And you let
mm,
your runner run towards previous resistance. And no way in hell or heaven the price will come back down lah. Because this is a very strong liquidity zone. Look at this, very
mm.
strong liquidity rejection area, and the morning star pattern is very powerful. I took this trade already.
I
uh
see.
this candle break, I took this trade. So this was this move here will never come back to the lows. Even if the current candle comes all the way to the down, your entry is
Mm-hmm.
still very far away, still
Mm,
around, let's see, 3 pips away, and the spread will be around 2.5, 2 pips. So even if you take that into consideration, it will never hit your stop loss and you fly back to the upside.
mm,
And keep in mind, this is a zero point 0.5 balance. Zero point 0.5 balance,
mm,
it run up to 100 pips. So that is a lot in extra profits on top of the 1% that you already made.
mm. Okay, I shall try this tomorrow, tengok.
Yep. So I'd say practice on your simulator. Practice on your simulator.
Yeah, yeah,
See how it works out for you. And by the way, my runner is still going here.
yeah. It
Change
broke
my
the
runners
high.
to
This is
BT.
gonna go to the high.
We flip back the resistance. Right? Nice. So trust the process, lah. Trust the analysis. When you take a trade, never doubt your trade. Just hold on to it. If you have a runner,
Mm,
just let your runner go, and it will bring you somewhere. So now we'll go into Type C entry. Type C entry is pause and go candle. Any further questions on that? That the morning star,
no,
evening star.
doesn't.
Uh,
That
So now
is
we go into this here. For this here, what is very important is we need a candle to close below support or above resistance. So what I mean by that example, this is support here, right? The price needs to close below. The first candle needs to close below,
Mm-hmm.
and the second candle needs. I am hold on, kejap, So I'm up another 3% here with the runner. Crazy, man. Let me put that in the group. Kejap. One break even and runner is going. Dynamic entry, man, very powerful.
Three,
Exactly like what I was talking about now. Let me put that in the group.
40 pips lah, that means.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah.
Right, 40
I
pips.
left 38 pips to be exact. 38.
Damn.
And we are still flying. 39 pips now. So this is very important here. We need a bearish candle closing below for sales lah. For sales, we need a
Mm-hmm.
bearish candle closing below, and the next candle needs to respect that zone. By the zone, I mean the resistance here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have respected the zone. That is your lower low and lower high,
Okay.
right? So where do you take your impulse? I mean your dynamic entry is as the next candle goes up to create a top wick. And this looks very sketchy. Right? It looks very sketchy. It looks like a fake out when you take the trade.
Mm,
But if you understand structure, you understand the formation of the past 2 days we were taking the same entries. If you understand that, it'll make
mm-hmm.
sense to you. Because now this candle, it shouldn't break the high of this candle's resistance, the middle. Let me draw that out first. Where is my arrow to? Right. We shouldn't break this resistance here because that's our low high.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As we take a buy, your stop loss will be super small. Super small. Reason is because your third candle, this candle, it will just drop down straight away, leaving behind a very small top wick.
Mm-hmm.
Just drop down. Let me look for an example. Let's see. This I'm talking about is below support, below above resistance, not while the price is moving.
Below support, above resistance. Oh, that
Needs
means
to be perfect.
broke and then retesting the
Yes,
support.
correct. Yep.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah, this one here. Look at this here. We have a support.
Mm-hmm.
So the price, it shouldn't break this resistance here in order for you to execute a
Mm-hmm.
sell. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you took a sell here as the price is retesting. You took a
Damn.
sell. Stop loss will be at the high of that candle. And this is also a, what's it called? Order block, right? That's an order block as well.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you have an entry somewhere around here and your stop loss is above the resistance. So in a perfect scenario, even if the price comes back up to hit your take profit, I mean your entry point, you'll get rejected and pushed back all the way to the downside because that is an order block retest.
Mm-hmm.
Using fair value gap terms and all. This is an order block retest. But to keep it simple, take a trade here as we are creating a retest. Stop loss will be at the previous candle's high because that's your resistance. We shouldn't break that high. If you break that high, that will be a fake up.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we go with half the risk. So even if you lose this trade, you only lose half the risk. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go in the correct end, this type of entry is a plus setup. So you move a long, long way. So imagine you took a trade here and then you broke the low, you went with the second entry. And now this is your second entry. And your second entry stop is at the high of the current candle.
Mm-hmm.
That is breaking the resistance. So it will be here.
Yeah. Damn.
And as we break that high, you can either bring it to this resistance or it just go break even straight away. And look at the range here that we have from the entry point towards the break. It's around 30 pips.
Mm-hmm.
So you already made 1.5% there on top of the another 10% that you, sorry, another 1% that you will be making.
Nice.
So
Nice.
2.5 in profits. So that is for pause and go.
Mm-hmm.
And now we will go into impulse dynamic entries. Impulse dynamic entries is a bit risky, but you get what you get. So
Mm-hmm.
it will be a little bit different, but the how you manage it is always the same. So I will go with the 15-minute one. So four candles holding the zone, four candles holding the zone. There will be a bullish, bearish, bullish, and another bullish candle here. Right? So as we break the resistance, this will be your first impulse buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your first impulse buy. You'll be using half the risk here.
Mm-hmm.
Half the risk. And keep in mind this is a minute 15 candle.
Okay.
Okay? This is your first 15-minute candle that is breaking at 3 o'clock. Example, like perfect example. So now once this 15 closes above resistance, you already have one impulse entry dekat sini. And your second entry will be coming in as we break that resistance. The balance.
Mm-hmm. But the
So
sorry, the first one mana tadi?
as we break the high, that's your impulse first buy. And the second buy will be a confirmation buy as we get a closure.
Okay. Okay.
So example will
Oh.
be like a type A entry, lah, but then it's an impulsive move.
Mm-hmm.
I am up
Damn,
6.4%.
man. Bloody hell. Shit.
Bro, you should
First
have helped, man.
high.
Help,
Oh my god.
get that. So you see, I told you it will go up. It will go up.
0.4 cantik, cantik.
And so I'm gonna
Nice.
close full now. Lah. I'm closing at 6% here. Closing all.
Crazy, man.
So I am up 13% for the 2 days of trading. Nice. Good job. Good job.
Crazy.
Let's go. Let's go. But the flow, if we break the zone, then for sure we'll be flinging this range.
Hmm. Clean range.
And you went with the dynamic entry as well, yeah?
Yeah, I went with the dynamic.
Yeah, rugi lah. Rugi besar.
I saw the 15 closing, like, the body was a bit weak. But then the next 30 was already news. I didn't want
Yes.
to wait for the news lah. I takut nanti reverse bawah balik.
Okay, so for you to overcome that, just go down to 5 minutes and look at the structure. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Higher high, higher low. Where's the next potential move? Clean range to the left. For sure, it's up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at 30 or even hour one, clean candle. Look at this candle, very clean candle up till. I was hoping for price to tap this zone. I was telling you earlier, right? And then we
Mm-hmm.
tap the area if we break this resistance. So we already tapped the zone, and I would say we still can go higher. But yeah, I'm up 13.19% here.
My God.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh, Zach is up $17. God damn, that's
Oh,
good.
he took the buy. He took the buy. Nice
Ah,
one.
he took the buy. Nice.
And he's trying to recover his second. I think it's already there at break even.
Yeah, he. I think he recovered, or yeah,
He took the
almost there.
1 hour buy, if I'm not mistaken.
So cantik lah bye.
Very
Two
nice
eight
buy.
point five, 232.85. Wow, he took an early buy.
Hmm. 238
5 pound.
2328.
I think maybe this
Yeah,
candle.
the break is high lah. He took the buy here.
Yeah.
Good job, good job. I mean, the stop loss was big, but then volume was there, so
Hmm.
use the smaller stop at this candle here. 18 pip. Yeah, it makes sense for him to take a buy. But kudos, nice job. So where was I? The impulse buy, tadi?
Yeah.
Yep. So first entry at the break of the high, and keep in mind this is 15-minute time frame. This is Navin, you took the entry tadi, tak ada.
Ada kot.
Which one, Dave?
Now sekarang punya the buy.
Oh, ada. Yang ni tadi.
Oh, okay.
I dah
So
habis banyak hari ni.
but okay lah, still in profits tak ada hal lah.
Dia bawa dah tak ambil lagi.
Tak ada hal, tak ada hal. Besok we go back to being disciplined.
Dia cuma beli.
2 day too many trades already. Yeah. Right, so
Pas
first entry here, second entry as we close, the 15 closes, this will be at 315. 315 breaking the
Mm-hmm.
high of 0.5 over here. So as we move above this resistance, in total we move around 60 pips. So first entry, if you want to hold this trade, you can hold. But I would say with this type of impulse trade, once
Mm-hmm.
you get 30, 40 pips, close the whole trade like everything at once. Because usually with this impulse here, this type of pattern formation, what I
Mm-hmm.
find is to the left hand side, 50% to 70% of the time it will be a very long candle.
Mm-hmm.
Reason is because usually this move will happen after a news or even a strong push to the downside. So after a long push, we'll have consolidation
Mm-hmm.
and then a strong push back to the left. So to correct this move here. So this whole move is one clean candle, either one or two clean candles. It can be like this as well. And then we'll consolidate in the 15-minute, and we'll break back to the highs to fill in this resistance, and then towards the next resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let me just look for an example in the 15-minute. Perfect example. Let's see. Right, but it's a bit rare to find this trade here. But then if you see the setup, don't never hesitate. If you see the setup, never hesitate. Just take the trade. Don't think too much. Just take the trade. Look at this here. Almost like that lah. Almost like that. But yeah, clean move to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
Price holding the zone. Almost there, but then it's okay. I'll look for a clearer one. Let's see. Navin, kalau nampak bagi tahu kalau ternampak.
Apa dia lah?
The impulse entry kalau ada nampak dekat sini anyway, just let me know. I
Okay.
press on. Let's see. Ni tak boleh. But it's been quite a long time that we didn't get this move, the impulse trade.
Impulse today morning punya.
Today morning is, I think that one is
Today
pause and go
morning
in
before the break, I think for London, I think.
London, pre-London,
Yeah.
pre-London. Let's see, pre-London. Oh, this one. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Can. Yes. So,
Break to bawah. Oh.
yep. Thin range
Mhm.
consolidation. Break back to filling to correct this move here. So if you Niraj, just play, what is this alert for? Let me double check my email.
Going higher.
I think so. My other account is running. Yeah, my other account is. So I am up. This trade is done, but then in my other account, my trade is still going on.
Oh.
So I'm up
Yeah.
almost 77 pips here. Nice. So let me just quickly explain this here. So this is the formation that I was talking about, Niraj. Look at this
Alright.
pattern. So price holding the zone,
Mm-hmm.
the price holding a support, creating a high, creating a low, and your entry will be at the break of the previous candle slope. Here, impulse entry.
Mm-hmm.
So that is your first trade.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you take your 50%. And as we break this candle slow, but then here we have another pause and go entry lah. You can add your zero point 0.5, another 0.5 dekat sini lah.
So bro,
So
the first entry tu dekat mana? I
at the break of the low.
break of the low.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
not to say the candle buka you
No, no,
enter
no.
lah.
With an impulse entry, as long as we break the previous candle low, and also keep in
Uh-huh.
mind this is volume time, right? Volume, Asian
Uh-huh.
volume. So as long as we break a low and you
Uh-huh.
see that pattern, this pattern is basically lower low, lower high, holding the zone, creating another new lower high, and then pushing back to the low.
Mm-hmm. So
Right?
as you
Look at
get
this
the
here.
low lah.
Right? In the lower time frame, be very, very clear. Yeah, look at
Mm.
that. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, another new lower high dekat sini, and then we
Mm-hmm.
take out the cells.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Okay.
formation here, if you take the cell, your first dynamic entry will be at the break of the support, and then the
Okay.
second, if you see a pattern, then you can go ahead with the extra zero point 0.5 lah. But if you don't see a pattern, just hold your trade because range is clean here. If you go to
Mm.
30-minute or even hour one, the range will be quite clean to the left hand side. Let me look for that zone again. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
this
directly.
break towards this candle. Yeah, look at that.
Hmm.
Nothing blocking it. After we break that, this body tadi support, tadi support, tadi support. This is
Hmm.
the area support. So that towards that support, it's a 27 pip range. So you can just hold the trade.
Hmm.
The 0.5 running. On top of that, if you go down to the 30-minute, sorry, 15, we have another entry dekat sini. This is where me and Naveen executed, and also Hans. Another
Mm-hmm.
impulse sell dekat
Betul
sini.
lah. Yeah.
So you can either add another 0.5 dekat sini. This is how we add onto positions lah.
Uh,
Right? This is where you can add another 0.5 or even add another 1% because here you are already up 1.5%.
mm-hmm.
Even if you lose this trade here, you are still up in a lot of profits here. This is around 30 pips lah. So 10, 5, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 1.5. So
Mm.
if you lose another 1% here, you're still up 0.5% for the day. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
but imagine if you win another 1% dekat sini and then 1.5 dekat sini, so banyak man. There's a lot of
Yeah.
wins. If you're able to prolong your trade and be confident with your analysis and also
That's
your
the problem.
you need to be confident with your trades. It
That's the
doesn't
thing.
matter if
I'm
you're giving
stuck.
the signal or someone else giving the trade,
Uh,
just be confident with the trade because when I give a trade, I went with my analysis. I'm
mm,
confident with my analysis. Even though if you don't make it for the trade, I will still hold the trade. Because
mm-hmm.
perfect example is earlier the London trade. Right?
Uh-huh.
It didn't work out, but then it still moved in our direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is a win for us as well.
Yeah, since the morning lah, I saw that. Oh, that was a nice
So
formation.
if you are confident with the movement, and also this setup here, if you see this, just take lah. Don't don't overthink. Just take the trade.
Because I
Tak
saw the
payah
time was
risau.
like very 11:30. Hey, it's going to open, going to come to three London. I thought we don't gonna tidur lagi. Then I saw the candle was going down. I said, oh
Mm.
shit, man.
But here's the thing. If we don't have volume during, look at this here, 8 to 9
Yeah,
o'clock we have nothing.
waiting.
9:30 nothing.
Yeah.
So tak ada volume. So logically thinking, yesterday I was saying this: if we are breaking candles, highs or lows, that means volume is coming in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now we broke a support. That means we have volume. That's your first indication of volume, right? Second indication is that a candle closed a very, very strong bearish candle. That's the
Yeah.
second indication that we have volume as well. So the longer the candle, the more volume we have, but it doesn't work every single time,
Mm-hmm.
but then it works out, right? You need to
Mm-hmm.
understand. Example, if you are coming out from a strong consolidation, then okay, I give you 100% guarantee that it will work out because we are pushing from a consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
No volume here, got a first breakout. For sure, there will be volume coming in to push the price.
Mm.
And what's the worst that can happen if you don't have volume is,
Go back into the range lah.
yeah,
I mean,
but
we'll just put the
keep
range
in
lah.
mind we are this is a fresh breakout, right? Where is your
Yeah.
nearest support? This is your nearest support. And we've seen this multiple times. The candle will just tap the liquidity area and then reject. So
Yes,
by
right.
the time it taps the zone, you already got your 10 pips and then kena
Mhm.
tidur. Tak ada hal,
Yeah.
right? You get your
Mm-hmm.
1%, you be out. Don't have to worry about anything. As long as you have a clean range lah. But if you don't have a range, like a Raja Bank did the trade, tak ada
Yeah.
range, week he took the impulse sell, kena tidur.
Mm.
Right? So if you have the range, you can go ahead with the impulse sell here.
Farm, bro, farm.
Uh, And here's the thing, like just look at the candles to the left inside. If it's very, very choppy like this, that means no volume. And where's the next volume? Next session, next candle closure, next candle breakout. That's the
Mm.
thing. And what else? Let's see. Impulse dynamic done. Else, let me just check balik everything on my notes. Because every mistakes that you all do, I will track everything.
Oh,
Try to compile,
okay.
try to fix what you all can do. Let me check my
So
notes too.
my problem is when I get confidence, I'm entering the wrong trade. But
Yeah,
when I
that's the thing lah. Because yeah, that one I don't know what to
when
do.
I was then it
Mm.
works out. I just don't know. I gonna do. I gonna reverse my psychology right now.
Yeah, I think, but try to stick to one session lah. That'll be very powerful for you.
Hmm.
Try to stick to either, if you take an Asian trade, just stick to Asian. If you want to go for London, just stick to London. One trade a day, one session a day. That's it.
Nice. But then, like you mentioned, dynamic entries. Now I think I can consider back for New York. I
Yeah,
think
because New York,
work.
what's it called?
Yeah.
The retracement will be quite long, right?
Yes. The
So you
moment when the week
can,
retraces back, I
okay.
think I already
So I
can.
think we can do this lah. For this 1 month,
Yeah.
try the dynamic entry with New York for you. Try and see how
Yeah.
it works out for you.
Boleh.
Because I'll
Yeah.
be here as well, so maybe I can add
Boleh.
to your trades as well
Yeah. Can.
for this
I think
one
that would
month.
be.
So this is actually for Ranjan, but then Mr. Niraj is taking over.
Boleh.
Sampai jadi lah.
Ya lah, bikin sampai jadi lah, tak ada hal. No worries.
Yeah.
But at
But
the
I will
end of
still
the day,
take
we
Asian
go
lah.
to
I will still take Asians because Asian also looks nice. Very nice and
Asian
clean.
and New York is almost the same, but then the
Mm.
difference is Asian, the pullback won't be that long.
Yes, true.
Reason is
Same
because how
here.
UFO will be closing somewhere at the resistance or support, because
Mm-hmm.
previous pre-Asian price will be consolidating very, very heavily. Because prior to that, there's no volume at all.
Hmm.
Compared to New York, we had volume during
What are they?
London, and then we are moving back to the up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why we need a proper pullback for New York. But then for Asian, there's nothing, no volume at all during 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, nothing there unless there's news lah.
Yeah.
But even if there's news for Asian, example, like if you got a strong push during Frankfurt or something midnight,
Mm-hmm.
and during Asian we will correct the whole move. This is where you can get 200, 300, 400 pips at times. Candle will just drop down. The Howe 4 candle will just fill in the whole range that we moved up. It will correct the whole move. I mean, we've seen this multiple times like in the beginning of the year. Our Asian session giving us 200 pips, 100 pips every single day. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Asian volume will be precise. New York volume will be sometimes okay, sometimes not okay. Like the guy who says sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah.
So you try to focus on the how for candle.
Mm.
Look at that. We were doubting the how for candle tadi, but lower time frame
Oh.
gave us confluence, and we just flipped and fill in the whole drop, corrected the whole move there.
Mm.
So that is what how for usually does, like your correct moves here and there. So we need to understand the how for candle very well. And look at
Mm.
the candle here. What is that? A long, long rejection to the downside.
Mhm.
Uncle should have joined. Would have made profits. Uncle sending me good night. No, want to sleep. Kejap, I reply to uncle. Kejap. So, uncle will send me all the good morning and good night every day. The picture. I became his nephew already. Bro, for the past few years, I've been talking to him every single day live.
Well, good morning, good night messages.
No, we go live every single day. Even way
Oh,
before this,
oh,
I know him for a very, very long time already.
yeah.
So he called me nephew. Right. So what was I saying? Yeah, Hover 4 structure. So even though Hover 4 looked bearish, we got a confirmation within the 30-minute. So that
Mhm.
is your 30-minute candle creating a bottom wick and then flipping back bullish within this candle here.
Mm.
Confirmation, rejection, continuation. So basically that is your accumulation and then your push. So this is your accumulation. Pay attention to this one. It's exactly like Asian accumulation, and now you got it push.
Mhm.
Clear. Everything is clear.
Accumulation. That means pre-New York was accumulating, and then the price reversed back up. Is that
Yes. Look at these candles here. Very messy side by side, right? Accumulation and then distribution. Same thing here. Where's
mm,
the accumulation, distribution. So pay attention to how the candle prints. So if you were in my course, Niraj, you will
mhm,
understand this because I go through all the candles, each and every candle. We'll read one by one candle, and
mhm,
also I will show you all like which is the volume candle movement, which is the non-volume candle movement, and all. Every candle has a story, like basically. So this
mm,
candle has its own set of information. This candle has its own set of information. So if you understand the candles, then it'll be very easy for you
mhm.
to hold trades longer. But yeah, anything else on top of this? Want to add?
No, bro. Nope. Tada.
Ada ah?
Just I think I will need to purchase my dynamic entry
Yes, but don't worry, like this 1 month we'll cover that, and also every Saturday we can go do
yeah
our simulation classes.
simulation. Yeah.
I'll try to be more strict on that lah, because sometimes Saturday I'll plan for outing and all, but it's okay for this 1 month. I will sacrifice for you lah.
Oh, don't laugh me like that, bro. It's bad. And
I
sometimes
sacrifice
Saturday,
my life for Mr. Singh. But end of this month, is it? Yeah, end of this month, I'll be going for Langkawi for 4 days.
Oh, I see, I see.
But then I will still go live. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I see.
I'll be in Langkawi. I think Naveen and Hans will be following me as well,
I
but not
see,
sure yet. I'll
I
double check
see,
that. Yeah.
I see.
But don't worry, we'll still go live. We will still cover New York session.
All right, all right, all right.
So let me just double check everything. Check everything again. So impulse done. Type A, type B, type C, type D done. Impulse done. Structure done. Hover structure done. Hello. Doubts on SL. Okay. And also one more thing I want to add is example if our stop loss is 8 pips or even 9 pips.
Mm-hmm.
I
Nine pips.
think from
Okay.
now onwards I want to push it down to 10 to 12 pips lah, just in case. Like the earlier we got that nice perfect trade, but then kena ciduk for 2 pips and then we went back up. So sakit hati lah.
You mean that in the afternoon, is it?
Yes, London entry. Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Boy, pagi tu
So
yang tu.
yeah, that's the thing. We just missed by 2 pips and then the price went back in our
Alright.
direction. So I'd say I want to push my stop loss if the stop is at 8 pips, 9 pips, bring it down lower, lah, maybe 3 or 4 pips lower.
Uh-huh.
So if you go in our direction, it'll be very good. But then if it doesn't go, we can manage our risk in the 5 minute always. It doesn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Boleh, 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 boleh.
And also now because our Asian is 1 hour delay, sorry, yes, Asian is 1 hour delay, we might get our volume a little bit late. So what I'm
Mm,
going to do is minimum stop loss will go from 20 pips to 25 pips
mm-hmm. Oh,
to
stop, stop.
compensate with the pullback lah. For
Ah,
the past few days, I've been watching the candles. Pullback memang besar, and then it goes in our direction, even for the
mm,
30 minutes. Let me just get a quick example, a perfect example here. Let's see. Not always, but then sometimes, as long as the price is going in our direction. If you're not comfortable with 25 pips, then what you can do is you can go down to the 5 minute or even the 15 minute and get a smaller stop.
mm,
It doesn't matter,
mm.
right?
Actually,
But I would prefer the 15, previous 15 candle. That's very
yep,
good.
yep,
Previous 15
yep.
candle. Good. But in the scenario of a perfect setup, maybe volume coming in exactly at 3 o'clock, then
Mm,
as usual, the same entry. No worries.
mm.
Don't have to put your
Hey,
stop at this low.
Hey, Jack.
Zach just here, but shit. I just covered the whole course and now you're here.
I'm so sorry. Don't worry, don't worry. I, I,
But
I.
no worries, I mean the session will be uploaded later on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can just recap that and watch over the live again.
All right,
But for now,
but
we are just focusing on the candle formations and impulse entries and also dynamic entries. Right. So anything else, Niraj, you wanna tambah?
Tak ada, bro. Tak ada.
Okay. And look at that here. Look at this here. We cleared this area. This is our next liquidity grab here. And go to your right hand side. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Duit.
and then
Mwah.
boom.
And then jatuh balik. So this is where we try to secure. And this is what I was saying earlier. If you see a candle with the top wick to the left hand side, usually that is a liquidity grab zone for price to come back and then reject back from. So this is where we try to secure. But then if you have a dynamic entry, just let it run and close full like as in,
Mm-hmm.
and because
But
our
why you mark the lows and the highs on the 15-minute candle that one?
which one, bro?
That means on the left, the leftmost.
This one,
Ah, yes, yeah.
okay.
Sebab
This is a resistance here, and this is a resistance as well. So price broke above this resistance in the lower time frame and came back to the next resistance.
I see.
This is a resistance. This is a resistance. Focus on the candle. Yeah. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower high is a resistance. Lower high is another resistance.
Oh, that means you take each candle's high and low also into
Yes.
consideration. Oh,
Yes. It's unless if it's a very, very long candle, something like this, then I just use the top of the wick. If you do
uh-huh.
this
That's
here,
normal lah.
if you use this concept here,
Uh-huh.
you will understand when to prolong your trade and when to close your trades.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
Now
that's the
you have
same
a
thing I'm
range
going to
here,
do right now.
right? You have a range 1, range 2, and range 3.
Oh.
So what you can do is, example, you have a one lot running, price
Mm-hmm.
comes here, you close 0.25, close another 0.25, close another 0.25 until you hit your full TP. That is how
Okay.
you close your trades by not closing 90% at 10 pips. That's how we do it. But if you want to close 50%, it's up to you. Price comes to 20 pips, you close 50%, let the balance
Oh
run.
my god! That volume, th- it just dropped all the way back.
Crazy, man.
Oh,
What
look at
the
that, man.
fuck?
Shade.
It
Liquidity crap area, man.
Kau,
Shade.
kau, man.
it's still dropping. It dropped. It's almost dropping. It dropped all the way back to.
Whoever bought above there, GG, eh?
Yeah,
Bro, that's
GG.
crazier than the buys.
And, if you place your zone like this, habis.
Bro, can you imagine if you're a buyer, you'd be crying right now.
But then I bought here, so I'm very happy.
I'm
Eh,
also very happy. I close as well.
Yeah, but then if you got the secondary buy, then koyak, oh, koyak.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Thank God I didn't touch anything.
But then you close everything, Zach, secured,
Yeah, I
right?
closed everything. I'm in
Good
huge
job, man.
profits.
But your buy there was a very nice buy. Morningstar
yeah.
entry. So that was a perfect buy. Just that your stop loss was a bit big. Could have used.
You saw that,
What you could
right?
have done is gone down to the 15-minute and get a smaller stop. It was a 80
Yeah,
pip
Mm,
stop
true.
actually. That will be a better entry as we broke the resistance there. But either way, you got to win, so it doesn't matter. And Niraj, just keep this in mind. If you have previous candle like resistance,
mm-hmm.
use that as your take profit one, take profit two. Basically, an area for you to start securing or even closing full if you see signs of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
That is why sometimes when I look at my trades, I get out early because when we I think Navin is familiar with this. We've been doing
Mm-hmm.
this for the past few weeks. Once
Yeah,
we
nah.
see price rejecting a previous resistance way before we hit full TP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even before 10 pips, like when once you see price holding a previous candle resistance, we'll just get up. Maybe 6 pips, 5 pip in profit. We'll just get up.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what happened to me. It was hovering around. I got out actually not at full tip. I got out at 2332.
2332. See. Yeah, this resistance here.
Yeah, I got out on that resistance. It was
Yeah.
hovering around there. I was
Yeah.
like, it's hovering. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna risk it. I just closed
Yeah,
there.
that's a very, very good thing to be done because every top of a wick is a resistance. Keep that in mind. Every candle that has a top wick, that is a resistance in the lower time frame. Look at that. It's a lower high, lower low
Mm-hmm.
formation there. So price will never move up straight away. It has to retest. It has to come down, go up, come down, go up. So
But the
in the midst of doing that, maybe this might be a liquidity zone. We never know. So we might reject, create a double top within the 5 minute, and just dump down all the way to the downside.
yeah, and did exactly this. Oh my
Yeah,
god, that's
it did
terrifying.
exactly that. Now look at this. So we never know where it might reject. The higher it goes, the higher chance it has to go back to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
So, rather than risking your trade, you're up 100 pips and then you want to hold still, bro, just close the trade. Lah. Just close the trade. As long as you get 1%, that is good enough. Already. But if you want to prolong your trades, if you have a few techniques that you can use, right? As I said earlier, thin candles and keep that resistance in mind. So, to keep it very simple to conclude everything, I'll just draw a small draft here. Let's see. Three candles. This is the usual formation, lah, right? To the left hand side, because we'll be coming down from a high, then a low, then we'll be taking the buys back to the upside. So let's say we have been creating a support and we are taking a morning star buy. So where is your first potential rejection area? It will be at this candle side. That is your first
Yeah.
rejection. So
Mm-hmm.
that will
Mm,
be your first target for you to secure. And usually this range will be around 10 pips. Usually. So this will be your candle that we took the buy, and this will be an entry time frame. I mean your entry candle. So you break this resistance, you took a buy, and what you have to do is you have to keep in mind to your left hand side, your first resistance. So that is your first zone. Even though the range is clean, even though the range is very clean, keep in mind lower time frame still has resistance, still has support,
Now this makes sense.
right? This makes
Now
a
I'm
lot of
looking at this way. I never look at I see all bearish, bearish, bearish. That's usually I think it's a clean range.
yeah, but
Oh.
people would say it's a clean range, lah, but you have to keep
Correct,
in
correct.
mind of
In the
all
lower time
the
frame,
time frame.
yeah, it's lower high, lower low, lower high, lower
Yep.
low. Correct, correct.
So each and every high is a resistance, resistance,
Yeah.
resistance, and also a potential rejection area for us to go back to the downside.
True,
So
true,
what you
true,
do
true.
is, as long as you get your first 10 pips here, secure, right? Secure your 10 pips. And then the balance, you let it run. If you don't want to close 90%, you can close maybe, example, lah, let me just show a proper one. Sometimes candle will be long, right? It will be a 20 pip, 30 pip range towards the first candle. So just let your trade run. Just let your trade run. Even though it goes by 10 pips, 20 pips, just let your trade run until we hit this area somewhere in the middle, 15 pips, 12, 15 pips, like somewhere around there. Then maybe you can close 90%, 50%, right? And now we are approaching into a previous resistance, which is this zone here. So what do you do here is you can talk to yourself, you can say price might reject this zone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close another 20%. Or even you can close full because example you're already up 60 pips here. So why in the Gordon Ramsay's asshole you want to hold the trade?
Yeah,
Right?
true, true.
It doesn't make sense for you to hold this trade.
Yeah.
You're already up 60 pips, you want to still close around, let's say 50%, you're already up 60 pips, around 2-3% in profits, right?
Mm.
Right? Just with the first range, right? Just with the first range. So now you have another zone here. If we are able to break this resistance, what you can do is close another 20%. This is where you let your runner run towards this high and this high and this high.
Mm.
That is how we prolong our trades and also how we manage our trades. But look at this point of view, our main principle is 10 pips, 1%. That is all we are looking for.
True, true.
Anything that is above that is all a bonus. So now because you understand this, what you can do is secure at 15%, secure at 20%. Sorry, 20 pips, 15 pips. As long as you have a clean range. But if you don't have a clean range, 10 pips, stop, fully, just close a full trade. Don't have to hold if you don't have a clean range. But if you have a previous week that is to be safe, 25 pips, 20 to 25 pips. The previous range. Let me just quickly look for an example. Let's see.
I'm just I'm just shocked by the sell. Man, that's
Right,
crazy.
look at this here. Pay very close attention. This is a clean candle after breaking of this low. So 3 pip move, right? So in this scenario here, what you can do is rather than closing at 10 pips, you can close at maybe 15 pips.
Yeah.
Half this zone, 90% close at 15 pips, you get more than 1%, really.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at this. Yeah, now this makes more sense to hold on to a bit.
Or even if you want to hold your trade even longer, you can wait for the price to tap this zone and then close 50%. If you even if you close 50% at 20 pips, you're up 1.5%, right?
Mm.
Make sense, huh?
Yep. Yep. Yes, bro. Yep.
Right. So keep in mind of your previous candles. That is why I always say look from the right towards your left hand side. You need to consider and read every single candle. What is happening here? What is happening here and here and here. But don't go all the way to 10, 15 years back
Too
and
far
say
lah.
this is a resistance. No. that won't work out. Like just focus on, so whenever you come to your trading view, just focus on what is happening here. That's it. Current price, nearest high, nearest low. That is all you need. Because we only need 10 pips. We don't need to look for your next 100 pip move here, 300 pip move there. Tak payah.
Mm.
Unnecessary. Focus on current high, current low, nearest resistance, nearest support. That's it. That's all you need. But in this scenario here, I would use right. So this is very important here. In this case, what I'll be using is that's your first resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore this. This has already been broken.
Mm.
And we'll be entering when we have volume. So start from the right towards your left, right? This is your right hand side, which is your first resistance. This is your first resistance. And do we have a clean range for towards the upside?
Yep.
We have 100 pip move there, more than 100 pips actually, right? So this is your first resistance. Ignore what is happening here. It doesn't matter. Never matters, right? Just focus on your nearest price here. So this is a clean range.
Mm.
That's your full TP. That is where we are looking for a closure or even a tap for us to reject and come back to the downside. In the scenario of price rejecting this zone, still it doesn't matter because you already have 100 pips. Why you want to worry about the next say 50 pips?
Yep.
Just if you see signs of rejection, price struggling to push up, yeah, already up 100 pips. That is
Mm.
10% if you hold 1%, right? If you
Mm.
hold one lot,
Mm.
10 pips, sorry, 100 pips, that's $1,000 there. Sorry, $10,000 there.
Mm.
Right, so just close the trade lah. Why you want to still hold and hope for this
The,
to be
the,
filled? But yeah, unnecessary.
yeah.
So that's how we manage our trades and prolong our trades. So what's the time now? 10:30.
And 20.
Go until 11. Any further questions, everyone?
Bro.
No.
Zach, any further questions?
For me, nah, nah, not nothing.
And for you, Zach, just stick to one trade a day. Nothing more.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
less.
think this is no more. I think that's a very good trade for me today.
Yeah. So 1 to 2 trades. One trade a day. That is good enough for you. Nothing more.
Yeah.
And Naveen, any further questions? Sifu,
Nah, nah.
mana Sifu? Any further questions?
Tak ada, tak ada.
Oh, Ana dah Sifu dah start.
Tomorrow onward discipline, ah.
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow must discipline, bro.
Berapa persen lagi? Navin, berapa persen lagi?
3.
Nanti kan?
Oh, besok boleh settle lah, Navin.
Slowly lah, slowly lah.
Slowly lah.
I
Eh, Han?
sometimes reach 1%, sometimes reach half only.
Oh.
Naveen is very, very careful and strict with his trades.
Good
That's why
lah.
it's very
I
profitable.
need to do that lah, man.
10 pips siap kan?
Yeah, 10 pips. Yep.
Oh,
If the
okay.
entry is risky, he will risk 0.5%. If the entry is safe, then he'll risk 1%. That's it.
I see. 0.5 or 1%, that means you mean, let's say account 5,000, 0.5 is 1% lah kan?
Yeah,
0.25,
0.25 will be 0.5%.
1% lah. Okay.
Mm.
Sama lah, sama. Alright.
And most of the time, impulsive entry risk 0.5% because impulsive entry are risky entries. Right? And if you're using dynamic, then you can add on 2 positions lah with the impulsive entry. Right? But if you are going with the the proper closures and then the next candle breaking highs, breaking lows, just go with the 1% because all we need is the 10 pips and that is very possible. So yeah, that's all for the prolonging your trades, about where to hold your trades and where to start closing at an earlier stage. And also this London session, I was saying If you are not comfortable with the trade, just close the trade at profits. I was
Hmm.
saying because that was a risky trade and price
Hmm.
was struggling to push up.
Yeah.
This one which one? We took one
Yeah, London, yes.
Oh, that one, the early one
Yep.
Ah,
Its right price was struggling to push up. I was saying if you're not comfortable, just close the trade.
yeah.
And also, I think Niraj wasn't supposed to be taking that trade because that's his second trade, right? That's his second trade. That trade was actually for Uncle's first trade. Like, bro was super confident with the analysis.
Sifu ambil, kita ambil lah.
Yeah, Sifu ambil kita ambil, but the one I took now you didn't hold. That's the problem.
Hey, the one that sell, aduh, that one
The
I
sell,
tak
the buy
sayang.
tadi, ya, dua-dua.
The
Cantik
sell,
ni.
I was on chart lah. 11:30, I was looking at it. I want to press sell already, But then I told her, oh,
You can do this, bro. If you are not confident with any entries in the future,
uh-huh.
just send it in the group. We can discuss. No worries.
Can.
Just
Yeah,
take
I
a
think
screenshot and then we can, there's a lot of us in the group. We can discuss together. No worries, man.
yeah. Because that time I was saying, because I wasn't confident with the time, the volume. Because I thought the volume haven't arrived here. But then, like you said, delayed. But why is it delayed 1 hour? Memang every year is like this.
Every 6 months once, it will change. The timing will be changing.
Oh. So by the time comes to January, you'll switch back to earlier 1 hour
Yes.
lah.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
But it also depends on the broker. Some broker they do that. Some broker they don't do that. Like a
Oh.
Malaysian broker, it doesn't really get affected much because we are using Asian server, Singapore server, and all. Doesn't get affected much.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I wanted to say something earlier. What was it? Yeah. So the 11:30 trade that I took,
Uh-huh.
when I took the trade, I didn't expect for the others to be taking the trade as well. I went in the group, I posted that, and then Naveen and Hans
Oh.
messaged me. They took the exact same trade. Entry point was exactly at the same area.
The entry point was the exact time I was looking at the phone about to press
Yes.
sell. But I didn't want to press sell because I thought,
Yeah.
okay,
But then
no.
three of us took the sell.
Shit.
All
Aduh.
three of you took the exact same cell.
Yes,
That's
exactly the
amazing.
same point, man.
That's that's that's
So
that's when you know like everyone's on the same mindset now.
yes,
We're
everyone
getting
is synced up now. So
Damn it.
entries are exactly the one that we take every single day. So makes sense for that. Like, so you need to get to that point of your trading to be able to identify, even if there's no volume, you need to be able to identify the structure, the formations, and all.
Hmm.
Or if you want to be safe, if there's no volume, then just stay out. That's it.
But that time was volume.
Yeah, that time was volume, and the volume confirmation for me was break of support. That was my confirmation of the volume coming in. That was
Consolidation, break a support
yeah,
of the next
consolidation
the
again.
confirmation
So
of volume.
if we don't get an entry for London for Asian, then for sure there will be a trade for New York session, because if there's no volume within that two high volatility sessions, then the next highest one will be coming in, and I expect a big move. And if there's news, there might also be a further consolidation, because when there's news, what will be happening is buyers and sellers will be pushing in the price for them to they want to force the price to go up or down, like, basically. So this is before news, and when news comes in, pump jatuh. But it also the interest rates, the index, and everything applies as well. But usually before news, there will be a lot of consolidation, because buyers and sellers are getting in early to catch this move here, and then they'll get stopped out, koyak, lepas the price will go back up. And also, newcomers, I know they don't know what is happening. Oh, I want to buy, I want to sell, follow this seafood, that seafood, habis hidup. So be very careful with that. Before news, there will be consolidation.
Yeah. Imagine like the Sifu say, "Oh, take the buy," and then
Then it goes
boom,
down.
like is where you become the South Korean lady.
Oh, it'll start screaming, bashing your keyboard. But
Since
the
I,
one that I said only applies to the CPI news and all. NFP, FOMC will be very, very volatile.
oh yeah, NFT is this Friday, right?
I think so. I
I
think there's one
think
this week.
so
First week
this
of the month, I
Friday.
think. Yeah.
Usually, yeah, but sometimes let me check this week.
And for that, you can just focus on the 15-minute candle break of high, break of
Yeah,
low. Usually, it will go in the
yes,
direction that we want.
this week.
This is
Correct.
based fully on technical analysis. No any extra information from the news or anything. Just going with structure break. That's it. Break of highs, break of lows. It will be either to the upside, but Navin memang pandai with this thing.
News,
Yeah, news because the first half of the year he was taking so many news trades and he won all of the trades, man.
damn.
All of the trades. I'd say
You know it as
99%. Yeah, 99% he won all the trades.
Trade
more
the
than
50 minutes high low lah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
break of high, break of low, 10 pips, 10 pips, chow, chow, chow. That's it. And sometimes he
Oh,
even got 200 pips, 100 pips. No. At one point, we put in a sell stop. That was
mm-hmm.
FOMC 2 o'clock in the morning. We put in a
Uh-huh.
sell stop. Memang dah ngantuk. I said I want to go sleep. We put
And?
the sell stop. Not even 5 seconds. Sell stop kena hit. TP kena hit 100 pips. Siap. And then I just shut off the Google Meet stream lah. And then when I see the phone, full TP kena was. 100 pips done.
Damn.
Damn, that's crazy.
But then that is FOMC lah. That won't always happen, but monthly once you can expect that to come in. There are people who just trade news. They put in a very big lot size, just pump in the price up and down.
But it's like gambling though.
Yeah,
It
it's
does
like gambling.
feel
But then
like,
if you win a lot, like
yeah,
that's the
if you
benefits
win,
of having
yeah.
a stop loss. Right? You put in a stop loss, and if you lose, you only lose the amount that you intend. But then you win a lot of money. 300,
Mm.
400 pips with 100 lot. That's a lot of money, man. Like imagine if you made 100%, sorry, 10%, you are done for the whole year.
Crazy.
So I think we can conclude the class for today. Anything else, anyone?
Tak ada apa from my side.
Ada? So if there's any single question that you are unclear of your trade, psychology, anything, just come into the group and we can discuss. No worries.
Psychology lah. I think next just screenshot before I take.
Yeah.
Masuk dalam group.
Yep. Then that will be better. We can discuss, and with further discussion, you have extra confidence as well with your trade.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be very beneficial for you. And for me, I was in this group called the one I was showing, Thought Capital.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
in the group. They were discussing prior to this, like maybe 3, 4, 5 years back. We were discussing trades inside that.
Oh, I see.
So that's how I got good at all of this. By discussing and building up my confidence level.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's all for today, right?
Yep.
We'll come back tomorrow. What's the date? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, 12:45 tomorrow. London session and New York session 8 o'clock. Kalau boleh come in a little bit earlier because there will be pre-London moves as well. If you're not taking the trade, just come and watch and learn lah. Very beneficial. Right, so yeah, we can end the class. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for your time.
Raglu, I see you tomorrow.
Alright, bro.
And
Bye.
remember, one trade a day, one session a day, no second trades.
Yeah.
Okay, na discipline na.
Okay, risky trade 0.5%, safe trade 1%. That's it. As simple as that.
Only one side, huh?
Yeah, we'll see lah. We'll see lah. Bro, I'm up 13% for 2 days. In 2 days, that is
Damn, man. Damn.
that's nice lah. Right, so take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, na. Thank you.
Bye.
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 See you, Zach. Take care, man.
See you. Take care.
Right.